Right. Hello guys, good morning. Welcome back to yet another video, folks. Today we are predicting it's quarterfinals day on Thursday today. And yeah, welcome back to the 2026 Betfred World Matchplay. Continues on Thursday night. Quarterfinals, best of 31 legs, first to 16. Starts at 7 o'clock. Right, before you get into YouTube channel, please hit the unsubscribe button. The reason why I'm doing it early this morning, because I'm going to regrow together first thing at the day centre to do travel training, and two, I'm going to disco nightclub and DJ as well. So I'll be a pretty busy man. So let's quickly look through the matches tonight. Dirk van Duijvenbode versus Gary Anderson, Luke Littler against Josh Rock, and then last night we saw Ross Smith came through, but due to a walkover because Cameron Menzies was taken ill. But all best wishes to Cammy, and then we'll see him on the big stage very, very soon. Van Veen won an absolute thriller against Wessel Nyman by 14-12. Gerwin Price was simply too good against Rob Cross 11-5, and James Wade putting in a brilliant performance to defeat Ryan Searle 11-8. So first up, two prolific 180 hitters collide in the World Matchplay quarterfinals as the Dutchman Dirk van Duijvenbode challenges the former champion Gary Anderson. Dirk van Duijvenbode edged the fellow Dutchman Michael van Gerwen 14-12 in a gripping encounter that went into a tiebreak. And he now finds himself in the World Matchplay quarterfinals for the second time in his career. And the 34-year-old was 8-4 up at one point before MVG came roaring back, but he held his nerve when it mattered most to book his spot in the last 8. The 2018 World Matchplay champion Gary Anderson overcame a sluggish start to defeat Johnny Clayton 11-7 in the second round, with the Scottish veteran averaging 98.13 and hitting 44% on his finishing attempts. Anderson, who was in the last 8 at the Winter Gardens for the first time since reaching the finals 6 years ago, and he has won his last 4 meetings with Van Duijvenbode, including a 10-6 triumph at this year's UK Open. Van Duijvenbode and Anderson hits a combined 16 180s between them in their respective second round victories, but we expect it to be another display of power scoring in this first to 16 contest, and it's a long format, over 18.5 180s, but I'm going for Anderson to win 16-11. And then the second match, this World Matchplay quarterfinal encounter sees Luke Littler run into Josh Rock in a repeat of last year's memorable semi-final between the pair. Luke Littler once again demonstrating his superiority over the rest of the field with an outstanding display against Nathan Aspinall, who played his own part in the Winter Gardens Classic that went 11-8 in the favour of the world champion. Littler landed a 9-darter in the first leg of the match, but before Wying double 15 almost to repeat defeat a few legs later, as he averaged a phenomenal 113.68, the second highest average in the history of the competition, behind Phil Taylor, 114.99, way back in 2010 against Barry Bates. Right, the emotional Josh Rock progressed to the last 8 in less spectacular fashion, averaged 91.18 in his 11-6 defeat of an off-colour Stephen Bunting. The Northern Irishman will now take on Littler at the World Matchplay for the second year in succession. Last year's semi-final between the pair was an all-time classic, and both players averaging well over 100 in a contest that eventually went 17-14 in eventual champion Littler's favour. It is difficult to see this one being as close though, as Littler simply on another planet right now, while Rock has averaged in the low 90s in both matches to date. That won't cut against Littler. Both players perform the standard they have displayed in Blackpool so far. The world number 1 will run away with this one, and I'm going to go for Littler to win 69, Rock to hit the most 180s, and Littler to get the highest checkout. So that's my predictions then for the quarterfinals. On Thursday. Leave on your comments below, and I will see you in the next one tomorrow. Bye. Peace out.